Hola mis amigos and welcome to round 5 out of 7, and we arrive here at Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez for the Mexico City Grand Prix. And this track is known for being one of the highest racetracks in the atmosphere, being at 2,240 meters above the ground. So this one is going to be interesting. 71 laps today here at the Mexico City Grand Prix, and there are 3 DRS zones, and turn 1 is a good overtaking zone. But strategy is going to be a very important thing for today's Grand Prix. The tire compounds are the hard C2s, medium C3s, and the soft C4s. The race strategy is a one-stop race for many teams. This one, folks, might be short, but it's going to be interesting and action-packed. Now, let's go meet the grid. Valtteri Bottas will be starting in the back of the pack, followed by Oliver Behrman. In front of them is Zhou Guanyu and Esteban Ocon. In front of them is Lance Stroll and Franco Colapinto. In front of them is Lewis Hamilton with a bad qualifying result, and Checo Perez, welcome home. Ahead of them is Pierre Gasly with his best ever qualifying results, and Fernando Alonso. Ahead of them is Charles Leclerc and Lando Norris. Ahead of them is Carlos Sainz and Oscar Piastri. And on the front row is George Russell and Max Verstappen. We are in for an absolute thriller here at Mexico City as the grid completes the formation lap and they're ready for the start of the Grand Prix. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. It's a long run down into turn 1. As now 5 lights ahead of the drivers, and it's go! We are underway here at the Mexico City Grand Prix. Great start from Max Verstappen. He overtakes George Russell. Russell trailing down Verstappen, trying to get a hold of the slipstream. Russell makes a move, but Verstappen closes the door. Here comes Piastri behind Verstappen, as Verstappen is doing everything he can do to defend his position. Contact in the back! The Ferrari's touching upside down goes Fernando Alonso, and it's a massive crash at the start of the Grand Prix, and the red flag is displayed. Many cars involved in this one as Lewis Hamilton pulls out of this mess. He has a lot of damage to his front wing. As now we're going to check out the replay. Let's see what happened here. An absolute massacre at the start of this Grand Prix. So let's see, the Ferraris move down low. Gasly moved down low. Oh, contact. It's hard to see, but Gasly ran into the back of Charles Leclerc, and Leclerc turned up right into Carlos Sainz, and Sainz spun, and Alonso just climbed over the top of that Ferrari. What a turn of events here at the start of this Grand Prix. This is going to be a good one. Slow motion. As you see, Gasly hits the Ferrari, and oh my goodness, Alonso just uses Sainz as a ramp, and he flies in the air and flips that car upside down. A very similar wreck to Spa 2018, as this is another camera angle. Oh my goodness. Piastri just taken out by Gasly, and somehow Hamilton just gets involved as well. Slow motion. Gasly just slides right into Piastri. Piastri almost made it out of that crash, but he was at the right place, just at the wrong time. As the stewards now are working on cleaning up this mess, as now Lewis Hamilton is into the pits to repair his front wing. He's the only one in this crash involved that might be able to continue. So this could be really good for Hamilton. He's going to try making some crucial points today. And hopefully for that Mercedes team, they will work hard and put Hamilton back out there. As we're going to have a race restart. Verstappen out front and Russell right beside him. Same song, second verse. Now let's try this again as the lights begin to come up. We wish for no trouble this time as lights out, and away we go again here at Mexico City. What a start for George Russell as he overtakes Verstappen. Verstappen now makes a move, almost shoves Colapinto off the track. Colapinto right place, wrong time. As Russell maintains the lead, the Haas goes low. Bottas right behind him. Bottas to the middle of that. As Russell leads down at turn 1, it's a start of a lifetime for George Russell as Valtteri Bottas is up to 3rd place. Zhou Guanyu with a late-breaking move on Colapinto, and he gets by. Lewis Hamilton with a deep dive on Oliver Behrman, and Lewis Hamilton gets by. Zhou Guanyu with another late-breaking move, but this time it's on Stroll, and Zhou Guanyu gets by. Lap by lap, Max Verstappen is getting closer to George Russell, but finally Max Verstappen has caught up to George Russell. What is Verstappen going to do to get by? Verstappen with a late lunge. They make contact. George Russell off the track. They touch wheels as the stewards are going to have to look at this one. Verstappen touched Russell ever so slightly. As now this is the replay. The stewards are going to look closely at this one. You see Max Verstappen deep dive, makes contact with Russell. Might have been a misjudgment on his part, but the stewards will be looking closely at this one. This is a look back at the incident that happened a few laps ago, and the stewards have concluded Max Verstappen will be given a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision. This is absolutely horrible for Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen is now into the pits to serve his penalty and get service. Max Verstappen has put a little lead on Russell as Russell is in. If it's a fast stop for Verstappen, he can take the lead of the race. No, I spoke too soon. George Russell pulls out in front of Verstappen, and George Russell retakes the race lead. Valtteri Bottas is now in to get service. Bottas is sitting in third. This could be a podium of a lifetime for Valtteri Bottas if he could keep that third position. Lewis Hamilton will be retiring from the Grand Prix due to vibrations in his car. That is so unfortunate. The lone survivor of that big accident will unfortunately be out of this race. Zhou Guan Yu with DRS on Ocon, and he gets by. What a day this has been for Guan Yu. Ocon under pressure from Stroll in the stadium section. Late lunging. You don't see a lot of passes there today. What a move by Stroll. Oliver Bearman now putting pressure on Franco Colapinto. Bearman activates DRS. Now they're side by side. Whoa, Colapinto slingshots as the battle continues into the stadium section. Oh, contact. They touch wheels. Bearman off the track. And the stewards are going to have to look at once again another incident as Bearman gaining on Colapinto. Colapinto went round on the high side. A great run for Colapinto, but then just not enough room heading to the corner as they make contact. And the incident is under investigation. So look back at the incident that happened a lap ago. And the stewards have concluded Franco Colapinto will be given a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision. This will affect his total race time, which will probably put him back to last place. George Russell crosses the line first and wins the Mexico City Grand Prix, his first ever win, and Max Verstappen finishes in the second position. What a great run for Verstappen, and Valtteri Bottas for Alfa Romeo Sauber will cross the line third. An absolute amazing performance by Bottas, and what a race this was. George Russell has won his first ever MF1 Grand Prix here at Mexico City, and the curse of double podiums are finally broken. And Valtteri Bottas from 20th on the grid climbs up to third, with events playing out his way. Russell, Verstappen, Bottas, Perez, Guan Yu, Stroll, Ocon, Bearman, and Colapinto and Hamilton. Those are the people that get points, and from 10th place onward is basically everybody out of the race. I've never seen so few cars finish a Grand Prix. Anyways, this is the Drivers' Championship. Verstappen still leads, but Russell is closing the gap ever so slightly. The championship battle is starting to get heated now. This is the Constructors' Championship. Red Bull still leads. Mercedes has racked up some points, but Red Bull remains out front in the Drivers' Championship and in the Constructors' Championship. This race was filled with absolute chaos, as next week will be the Las Vegas Grand Prix. I hope to see you then. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you at the Las Vegas Grand Prix.